Hi guys! In this video, I want to show you how to use BeSeenByAI to run a much better GEO workflow. BeSeenByAI lets you diagnose and optimize your website, so it has a much better chance of showing up in LLMs. Let's get started. Our first check is AI crawlability. This checks whether AI bots can reach your site. You'll be surprised how many companies are not being cited just because they block access to AI bots. For example, if I scan the Home Depot homepage, I can see that 6 AI bots are blocked by HTTP, including GPT and Perplexity. This means all the content from that page is invisible to those bots. A few checks run here. It checks your robot's text, the file that tells bots what they're allowed to access. If a bot is blocked there, it never reaches the page. It also checks for a no index tag on the page. A no index tag tells search engines like Google to leave the page out of the index. It doesn't speak to AI bots directly, but many AI systems lean on the search index to find and cite pages. So if the page is held out of the index, that can cascade into AI invisibility too. It also runs a real-time access check to confirm the page returns a healthy status and isn't failing or redirecting in a way that stops bots. This is sometimes caused because of CDN restrictions. It measures time to first byte, which is how long your server takes to start responding. If that's too slow, bots can time out before they reach your content. It also checks bot access across a list of 33 bots. For each bot, you can see whether it's blocked by robots text, by HTTP, or allowed through. Next check is content visibility. AI crawlers don't run JavaScript, so anything loaded that way is not seen by AI. Let's take Asana's AI page as an example. If I scan this page, I can see that 26% of their content is invisible to AI bots. BeSeen also gives you the suggested fix. In this case, it's to serve the content server-side instead of client-side. The scan also shows a visual comparison, what people see side by side with what the bots see. Below that, you see the word count that's visible to people versus the count for bots. The check also shows the missing elements and flags the ones that matter most, like H2. You'll see that right here. Below that are the structural signals. This compares the page structure people see with what bots see, including semantic headings and ARIA labels. And below that are the layout and interaction stability measures, CLS and INP, which track how stable the page structure is. Next tab is the Authority tab. This tab looks at technical trust signals such as structured data, page type completeness, and other machine-readable cues that help systems identify, interpret, and judge the page correctly. The check automatically detects the type of page. In this case, it's a product page. And it actually chooses from a list of 13 different page types. Each type has its own recommended structure. An FAQ page is expected to look one way, a blog page another, a product page another, and so on. Here I'm scanning again Asana's AI product page. The system recognized it as a product page. It ran 6 checks and only passed 4. The 2 that failed were raised against product schema fields. Below that, you can see the structured data section, which found 5 invalid items. That covers the 3 basic checks seen: AI crawlability, content visibility, and authority. Next are the optimization features that help you optimize the page for better GEO. BeSeen gives you an alternative workflow to the regular prompt tracking workflow. Why? There are 3 problems with prompt tracking. First, you can't trust the measurement. LLM output is probabilistic, so the same prompt gives different answers run to run. You rank today, you might not rank tomorrow, and nothing on your end changed. Second, you only see the prompts you thought to test. Everything else is invisible, including the prompts your competitors are winning. And when you don't show up, a tracker can't tell you why. Crawlability, content, structure, schema, you just don't know. We solve this by giving you 2 tools. One called Prompt Fit, meant to assess how likely your page is built to win a certain prompt. The other is Prompt Discovery, which surfaces the prompts the page is most optimized to win. Let's start with Prompt Fit. With Prompt Fit, we want to check how well the page answers the prompt it's meant for. A note about the difference between optimizing for prompts instead of keywords. A lot of people are still optimizing for keywords, like back in the SEO days. But for LLMs, you should really be optimizing for prompts. When we optimize for keywords, we did it because we wanted to rank for a search result, being one of the 10 first results for a keyword like CRM for small business, for example. For AI, there aren't any search results. Instead, we're trying to answer a question. So instead of CRM for a small business, we're trying to answer, why should I choose your product as the CRM for small business? I'm going to show these features on the proposal software page on the Honeybook site. Honeybook is a CRM for small businesses, and one of its features is building proposals. Because we're optimizing the proposal software page, the prompt we'd probably test is, why choose Honeybook as the proposal software for freelancers? This prompt includes both the solution the company offers and its target audience. So I put the prompt right here, why choose Honeybook as the proposal software for freelancers? After the scan, you can see how strong the match is. The tool draws the relevant answer, and in this case, it indicates that the answer spans 2 sections. Below, I can see exactly where the answers appear on the page. I also get practical actions to take, which in this case is consolidating the answer that spans 2 areas. We can see how well the answer is given in terms of snippet, summary, and in-depth. When an LLM bot reads your page, it doesn't take everything. It pulls a limited number of characters, and that limit changes by level. A snippet gets a small budget, a summary gets more, an in-depth answer gets the most. Each model draws the line in a slightly different place, but the idea is the same. So the level tells you whether your key content fits. Your answer can be the best on the page, but if it sits past the snippet budget, it won't make it into the snippet answer. The model cuts off at the budget and never reaches it. We check how well your answer fits each budget so you know where your content lands and where it gets cut off. Next, we run prompt discovery, where BeSeen will surface the prompts we can win for the page. With prompt discovery, we read the page and surface the prompts it's built to answer. These are the ones you have a real shot at because the content behind them is already there. So instead of chasing prompts you can't support, you start from what the page can already win. You'll also see some warnings and limitations here that will help you optimize the page. After running prompt fit and prompt discovery, you will have a list of the optimization improvements to run on the page. Once you've made them, you can head to your favorite prompt tracking tool or just check by hand to see if the page shows up for its prompt. Bear in mind that it takes a while before the LLM bots actually scan it and get you up there. To sum up, there are 2 main capabilities to be seen by AI. First, to make sure there are no issues preventing your page from being seen by AI, and second, to give you a GEO optimization flow that is easy to go through. Go ahead and try out the tool and reach out if you have any questions.